I want to preface this next question, Stephen, saying, this is Alabama. This is not Little Sisters of the Poor. So they they were ranked number 3 in the preseason coaches poll. The AP poll just came out on Monday as well, and number 4 in the country. So by Alabama standards, that's being an underdog of sorts. But let's understand this is Alabama. But at the same time, with a lot of the rhetoric out there, I can't think of an Alabama team that has been as questioned going into a season as this one. In your conversations with the players, everything else that you've picked up from Saban and the coaching staff, do they have a sense that they're being doubted, probably more so than at any other time?
It definitely comes more from the players. I go back to media days in Nashville. I talked with J.C. Latham, and he almost wanted to have a Samuel L. Jackson moment because he had quotes out of this world about how he loves the doubt, he loves the disrespect. The team is all the way bought in every single aspect. Dallas Turner kind of said the exact same stuff. Kool-Aid McKinstry, the same deal. But J.C. Latham at offensive tackle, there was just a passion fuming from him wanting to get back to the college football playoff and show that Alabama truly has not lost a step. And to me, I kind of liken this to the 2009 Alabama team. The number 4 preseason ranking Alabama got this year from the AP poll is the lowest ranking it's had since 2009 when it came out the gate ranked at number 5. And remember that 2009 team, people kind of questioned that group right there because it was Florida was the perennial power in college football at the time, with Tim Tebow and Urban Meyer. And Alabama had lost a lot of leaders from that 2008 team. When you talk big Andre Smith gone, big John Parker Wilson, starting quarterback gone, Glenn Coffey gone. So many big names of that 2008 team that helped you build toward that point. In the secondary, you lost safety Rashad Johnson. So a lot of people were wondering, could this 2009 Alabama team with losses beat a Florida that was a juggernaut at that time? And while Alabama had the likes of Mark Ingram, Trent Richardson, Julio Jones, among others, they looked at the quarterback room. Is Greg McElroy good enough? That's Tim Tebow over there. Can Greg McElroy really, truly do this at that position? So there was doubt there where that 2009 team was concerned. And that group, they bought in and they found a way. They had some fortunate moments, i.e. the Tennessee game where you had Terrence Cody block 2 field goals there. But that 2009 team, they bought in a hook, line, sinker into what the message that Coach Saban was preaching to that group. And they found a way to go undefeated and win a national championship. So you can draw some parallels from that team to this team. This team, there's no more Bryce Young. The Heisman Trophy winner gone to the NFL. There's no more Will Anderson, the disruptive defensive player in the NFL. There's no more Brian Branch. There's no more Jahmyr Gibbs. There's no more of several players that have went on to the next level. And here are those same questions: quarterback, who you got? Are the wide receivers trustworthy? What about the defense? You bring in a new guy. You bring in Kevin Steele for his 3rd stint. What does he bring to the table? So a lot of those same similarities from that 2009 team hitting this 2023 team. But this is a group that's fired up to get back out there.
Stephen, taking us back to the breakthrough. That's when it all happened. That mammoth 1 versus 2 matchup against Florida in the 2009 championship. And that was the power shift in college football. That's when it all took place right there, shifting from a 2 national championship Florida team to Bama. And of course, they had an epic game the year before where Bama had a lead sometime in the 4th quarter, but couldn't hang on to it. And Florida got it done. But the next season, Bama broke through with a huge second half, dominant second half. And, really nothing's changed in college football to a certain extent until Kirby Smart wrestled things away from, and I know Dabo had his time and Urban Meyer won another championship, but basically Alabama dominance ever since. So, man, that's bringing back some memories, Stephen.
It is. And I look at Coach Saban, and he knows the last 2 years was not what he wanted, not what he expected. The team knows the last 2 years, not what they expected. But they understand now that 2021 and 2022, they were overly Bryce Young reliant. And I'm saying that in the sense of they kind of just waited around and looked at Bryce Young and said, 9, bail us out. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what we're doing. 9, bail us out. And though Bryce Young did an impeccable job of doing that, you don't win championships that way. Everybody has to be on their assignment. And this team understands that now. Okay, Bryce Young's not here. Will Anderson's not here. Everybody has to be fully bought in on what is your job, perform it well, do it well. We got to be a player-led team, and just having several leaders, not just one or two, but having several guys sort of take on that mantle of leadership. And with this Alabama team, you've got guys like J.C. Latham taking ownership, Tyler Booker, Seth McLaughlin taking ownership, some receivers are taking ownership, running backs like Jace McClellan taking that ownership. Defensively, here is Deontay Lawson, Malachi Moore, Kool-Aid McKinstry, just guys on top of guys taking ownership here of this team, because they know the player-led teams are the ones that win championships. The teams that coaches don't necessarily have to say a whole bunch are the ones that go out there and win those national titles. So it's not just 1 to 2 guys anymore. This entire team has, several guys have taken on that mantle of leadership where everybody is bought into what those guys were saying, but the actions those guys were taking as well.